Martin, this week we have announced a new addition to our coaching staff, René Meulenstein. I'm aware that yourself and Alistair McIntosh, the CEO, were chasing René for some time, so how happy are you to finally have him on board?
I think it's very satisfying, especially after the 3 away games, Southampton, Man United, at home of course, and then Liverpool. I thought we had to do something, and of course everybody was aware at this club that we tried to get René in the summer after he left Man United, but he made his mind up and there was other opportunities. And then 8 weeks ago I spoke to him for hours at my house, and it was disappointing that he still wanted to go to Qatar. But 2 weeks ago someone told me that maybe there was opportunity to get him, and we phoned him and texted him, and we were very happy that he decided to come to this club. Because I always wanted to strengthen my staff, like you probably do with players. You want to be good. And I spoke with other people as well in England, English coaches. But I think he was the one who was at Man United. He is used to a successful environment, and of course we want a successful environment here. And you try to get the best, and I think that is what we actually try to do: get the best.
I'm aware that you asked him to take his first training session this morning. He's been with the players that aren't on international duty and some of the young lads as well. Is that somewhere where you see his strengths really shining through on the training pitch?
We introduced him yesterday before we played against Crystal Palace. And we had a good game, but he started today because I thought it was good for him to get used to our players. We had only 5 or 6 senior players, and the rest was our under 21 squad. But it was nice to see him, and I watched him, and I was very happy to have him on the board. Fresh wind, a new environment for him as well. But he's very energetic, and of course, as I said, he's used to a big club, and I thought it was good to have him on the board here at this club because we needed something, and he was the guy.
You mentioned René spent a long time at Manchester United, 10 or 12 years I think it was, where he worked with the youth team and through the reserves and the first team as well. Is that something you might be asking him to do perhaps here, work with the young players and help with their development?
Of course we work a lot with youngsters. We've got very good people here, and as you know, our under 18 team is one of the most successful teams in England. But I like bringing youngsters in. I like to develop youngsters. René is an expert on that as well, and he did that, for example, in Holland, because I know René for the last 25 or 30 years, and he's a Will Curve adept as well. For example, my guy at Hamburg and Spurs, Ricardo Moniz, and he's a coach, René Meulenstein in that mold, but he's international coach as well, and that helps, of course. And hopefully we won't get carried away. We'll keep our feet on the ground, but hopefully we will have a new start, and get the results on the board our fans deserve, because that is the only thing which is probably important to us, for Alistair McIntosh, for me, and for the chairman as well, to be successful, to stay in the league and then make steps again, like we did in the past, like we did 2 years ago. We had a fantastic team, and that is what I want, to create a fantastic team. And René and the other coaches, of course, because I've got other good coaches as well, will help us to progress and to be successful.
And you mentioned René joined yourself and the rest of your coaching team in the dugout yesterday for that training match against Crystal Palace. I suppose that was a good chance for him to see some of the players up close. Also, for yourself, it was a good exercise for those players on the fringes of the team to pick up some more match sharpness.
Of course, we used a lot of players yesterday. We started off with 8 or 9 senior players, and then all the youngsters came in, and we managed to beat the 1-0. They had a lot of first team players as well, so it was a good test. But for me, it was good to tell René who's who, and of course, he didn't know all the players, but it was important. I think that he saw that match as well, and it was a very nice atmosphere. It was nice to see us winning that game as well. And today was a bit different, but it was a training session. As I said, we had a lot of international call-ups. A lot of players played yesterday, so they didn't train with us this morning. So we had 5 or 6 players left, plus the young team, the under 20 team. So it was good for the players to get to know him. Yesterday I introduced him. They could look into his eyes and meet him. So I think it was a very good atmosphere, and that is what you need. We will try to be successful again for the next couple of months, get the results, and Yeah, and as I said, for me the most important thing is that we will get the results and make the fans happy.
Obviously, the international break isn't always ideal because a lot of the players aren't here. But in some ways, is it a very good time to bring in a new coach because now you have that time to reflect and analyse and prepare as best as you can for Swansea and for when the players come back?
No, of course it's not the best for preparations because a lot of players will come in next Thursday and we will play against Swansea on Saturday. But as you said, it's probably a better timing than ever before this season because he can prepare with me. Our coaches like Billy, he's gone with Northern Ireland. Scotty is with Australia. Kit is with Wales, so it was good to have him here and to focus on the next match. And of course next week everybody will be in and then we've got 2 days. But we are very confident that we will be well prepared because yesterday it already started, of course. The next match Swansea, we analysed them and we tried to get a result on the board because it's probably evident that we need the points.
Thanks a lot for your time, Martin. Much
Okay,
appreciated.
thank you.